Podcast. I'm your host, Ellen Gormley. Today is Wednesday, the 5th of March. And I hope you know, the only reason I say the date every day is so that I remember what the heck day it is. It helps me remember what day it is when I tell you the date, and maybe it tells me what reminds me what my name is when I say it every day. Oh my goodness. Good morning. Good morning, Brian. Okay, so welcome. So I'm still working on the blanket. It is what it is. I'm thinking about doing the trifecta of productivity today, and I do have a little bit of time later. So I'm thinking about working on my blanket while listening to an audiobook while sitting on the recumbent bike. 3 birds, 1 stone. Good morning. Good morning, Linda. Thank you for the thumbs up reminder. Yes, absolutely. So I'm thinking I'll give it a try. Who knows? We'll see. Okay, what is this tangled mess I have? Theo did grab my yellow yarn again. I failed at providing him an adequate. Oh, my hook fell out. Good morning, Joyce. I failed at providing him an adequate decoy ball of yarn yesterday, and he ended up taking the yellow, which I have a limited amount of. Good morning, Bonnie. Power multitasking. Yes, that's really to just like make up for all the lost productivity all in one fell swoop. But that's okay. My hook fell out of the live stitches, so I'm just threading my hook through the loops here, hoping to recover them so that I don't have to pull back an entire return pass and an entire forward pass. I think I can do it. It's luckily yarn like, good morning, Shirley. Yeah, thank you. Have a great day to you. Luckily, yarn like acrylic and yarn like cotton will often leave its loops just in stasis up there, and then I just got to find this last one. No, okay, I did it. Okay. So that cotton and acrylic tend to hold their shape even when you drop a hook or a needle out of it. So I was able to thread those loops back on the hook without having to take apart the whole row. And this is just the working yarn here. That's what that is. So that's not another loop to pick up. And so I can continue with doing the return pass on this, and I didn't lose the entire row. So I should have shown you before I did it, but essentially my hook head, Theo needs his yarn. I know, for his productivity goals, absolutely. So essentially the hook had come out of these final stitches. I'm on the return pass, and all of these stitches were loose and there was no hook in it. So I had to thread the hook back into the loops to the point where I'm ready to yarn over and pull through 2 again. And if I hadn't been able to do that, then I would have had to pull back the entire return pass row and all of the forward pass section of the row in order to restart that row. Luckily, that didn't happen. And also, there's really not, I really didn't have any issue in terms of like the twist of the stitch. Like I just put the hook in there. I didn't even really pay attention to the loops were not twisted. They were just standing straight up. So I just put the hook back in. So I know with knitting, when you have, when loops fall off the needle and you have to thread the needle back in, if you can, you have to be careful not to twist the loops. Is it easier to do with Tunisian? I'm not a super expert at knitting. I find everything difficult in knitting. And Tunisian, this was very easy. However, if it had been like a third of the row or more, I may have just said, forget it, and just pull it all out because, but just this many didn't seem too overwhelming or intimidating. But if it had been like, if my hook had fallen out of like much more, then I may have done it. Tunisian compared to regular crochet. Well, regular crochet, there's only one loop. So So if your hook falls out, that's not a problem for most um, experienced crocheters or intermediate crocheters. In terms of the actual skill of crochet versus Tunisian, um, I I don't know. I mean, I think regular crochet is maybe a little bit more complicated. Well, I don't know. They both have their hard things and easy things. Of course, you know, crochet is what I grew up with and spent 40 years doing before 30 years doing before I learned about Tunisian. But Tunisian is really easy too. But it can be complicated, but crochet can be complicated. So I don't know. They're both equally, you know, easy versus hard. I do love Tunisian. Um, I do love crochet. So it depends on the stitch choice. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Tunisian takes longer because it's like 2 rows for every 1 row. Oh, I gotta go. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll go from there. Keep your questions for tomorrow or put them down below. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.